Hello, welcome to number 2 of my Grade in 8 videos for December. So right now I'm going to be talking about, if you can see it on my lovely little board, it says adjustments. So what I want to talk to you right now is about the adjustments that we might make in the winter months. We are really focusing right now on December and Christmas and things like that because it's just such a busy time of year. So I want to talk to you about how we adjust what we might do the rest of the year in December and when we're just super busy. So number 1 is, of course, if you can see it, maintain our fitness. So the adjustment that I might want to talk to you today about in terms of our mental and emotional well-being, we all know the links between physical exercise and mental well-being. So it's really important, particularly in the winter months, that we don't lose that. It's hugely important in the run up to Christmas that we don't lose that, because our physical exercise has such a huge impact on our stress levels, and Christmas can be like, it's so lovely but it's so stressful. So let's have a look at the swaps, the adjustments that we might make. I like to think of it in terms of winter swaps. And any of you that might have listened to a podcast that I did recently with lovely Barry and Sonia, who are the great king and queen of the Grade in 8 programme, we were talking about winter swaps and what you might do. So today I'm going to be talking about those adjustments, those winter swaps. So to start with, maintain our fitness. And I'm going to be talking about, you can see my lovely little board, outdoor to indoor. So if you are in the summer months or the spring months or the just not so snowy, frosty, cold months, if what you normally do is an outdoor thing, swap it to an indoor thing. Don't stop working out. You know, if you go to Barry's 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. boot camp, I have to be honest and say I don't know the time because I don't go, unfortunately. But those of you that do, completely amazing. If you do that, amazing, great on you. If you get to the winter and you feel like, oh, I don't want to go to boot camp, I mean, if you can go, but if you can't go, swap it out. I mean, Barry's going to hate me for saying that, but swap it out and do something else. Do something indoor. If you are a runner, don't go for a run, you know, or do, if you can, go for a run. But if that day you wake up and it's frosty and it's cold and it's dark and it's 6 a.m. and you think, yeah, I'm not going to run 5k or 1k, if you were me, I'd be running 1k, whatever it is. Okay, so don't do it. Just go downstairs, go to your kitchen, shove away the kitchen table or whatever you've got there, do a HIIT session, do that. Make sure that you are not giving up your exercise in the winter months. If you can get outside and do something, then that's really amazing and so much the better. But if you can't, then don't. Just do something at home. There are lots of videos in Grade in 8. There's Pilates, there is yoga. You know, if you're a Grade in 8 member, you can go onto the group and you can find some really lovely things that you can do inside. Sonia from Grade in 8 recently was talking to me about going swimming. You know, she normally does outdoor exercise, but in the winter months she's found swimming. Do not give up your exercise. It will really see you through. Physical exercise and mental well-being it just has such huge links. So do you know what? Swap it out. Maintain your fitness. If you can't do something outdoor, do it indoor. So the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is, I've written here, salads to soups. Now, I am not a nutritionist, so I can't talk to you about what you should or should not eat. There are probably, you know, lots and lots of online resources for you. There are lots of books out there. Of course, in Grade in 8, there is the lovely Michelle, who has written a fabulous book about packed lunches and things like that. And she isn't, you know, she's there to help you with your nutrition. But personally, something that I would talk to you about is, you know, if you're trying to maintain some nutrition in the summer, personally, I'm someone I'm all about my salads. You know, really inventive salads. I love adding fruit and I love adding all sorts of crazy stuff. In the winter, I don't want to do that. In the winter, I think I want to eat melted cheese. That's my thing in the winter. But what I can do to avoid the melted cheese some of the time, I don't want to eat salad. I don't want crunchy. I don't want fresh. I don't want sweet. I don't want that. I want warm, and I want cozy, and I want comfy. So soup, there we go. My little adjustment is, for me personally, is soups, salads to soups rather. You don't have to do that, you know, find what works for you. But where we were talking about exercise and maintaining your fitness and swapping things out, nutrition is the same. Swap it out. If there are things that you do in the summer that you just feel like, oh, I just really don't want that in the winter, just do a little bit of research, just figure it out, swap it out. You don't just have to, you know, eat jacket potatoes with cheese and beans and things like that I might do some of the time. You can swap it out for something much, much healthier if that's what you want to do. The final thing that I'm going to talk about, if you can see it, which you might not be able to, on my little board in terms of winter swaps and adjustments, it actually says beer garden to living room, which sounds very, very strange. But an adjustment that I think is really important in the winter months is that we lose our sociability. We really do. When it's warm and lovely outside, we're gonna maybe sit in beer gardens or just our own garden with our children or our family or whatever that might be. In the winter months, we seem to just kind of shut down, and it's what I was talking about in part 1 of this whole, you know, video story, was the hibernation thing. So do you know what? Think about it this way: beer garden to living room. Stay social. You know, your winter swap is still see your friends, still see your family, still see all your lovely people. You might not want to sit outside, you might not want to sit in the park or go for, you know, a lovely walk or take a day trip to the beach or whatever that might be. Invite people around. If what you need is to be cozy and comfy, then that's absolutely great. But think about your adjustments, you know, so exercise inside and swap out your lovely, fresh, gorgeous summer food for some lovely, lovely, comforting winter soups or winter food. Still see your friends, maintain your sociability, but maybe it's not about going out, maybe it's about just inviting people round. So just think about your winter adjustments, think about your winter swaps.